Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Central Illinois Sports and the IESA 7th grade 2A championship and third place ball game. Steve Surratt, Tim Hull, and Lisa Surratt with you tonight on the broadcast. The pregame is brought to you by Great Rivers Banks with locations in Pittsfield, Barry, Liberty, and Hannibal. It's here to help you with your lending and personal banking needs. Our friendly service and dedicated loan officers can help you through buying a home, opening a business, or making a deposit. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And Tim, looking for a pretty decent ball game here between these two ball clubs, but you were saying, you would give McNabb Putnam or Mount Pulaski the head on this.
I think Mount Pulaski has a little bit of the edge here because, they're closer, so they'll have more fans, so it'll be more energy on their side. And I think that, having a couple of people who can score for your team each game will help out because, I saw McNabb and Mount Pulaski play, and I think that just Mount Pulaski has a couple more scorers than McNabb has.
Yeah, I would kind of agree with that, but I think it could be close depending on what happens with Heiberger in this ball game. The second game on Saturday, we saw Gensini, McClay, Gensini have a pretty good ball game in that. I think a lot of it's going to see what happens on the point guard side of things and how much of a problem Annie Judd has with that Mount Pulaski defense. And so that's kind of our thoughts pregame for this contest. You're listening to Central Illinois Sports and IESA State Championship and third place basketball.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. Streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
I like hard work. I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that. It looks awesome. And then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Back with you on Central Illinois Sports and the Great Rivers Banks pregame show. They have locations Pittsfield, Barry, Liberty, and Hannibal. They're here to help you with your lending and personal banking needs. Our friendly service and dedicated loan officers can help you through buying a home, opening a business, or making a deposit. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. As we get ready to go here, we'll talk about the starting lineups. They're sponsored by Farm and Home Supply. From snacks to hoodies to power tools and lawn chairs, no other place has it all like your local Farm and Home Supply. This is what your starting lineup looks like this evening. And We'll look at McNabb, Putnam County first, the 7th graders here. It'll be Annie Judd, the 6th grader at guard. Tula Rue, the forward, 7th grader. Cammie Nauman, guard, the 7th grader. Hannah Heiberger, she is the 7th grader, be a forward. And McClay Gensini, the 7th grader, will be also a forward. For your Mount Pulaski Bears here, Mount Pulaski, it'll be Kaylee Cowan, the 7th grader. Mabry Bender, the 7th grader. Addison Dybert, the 6th grader. Ella Martin, the 7th grader. And Reagan Titus, the 7th grader. As we're getting ready, close to contest time here, I'm sure we'll have the Star Spangled Banner maybe before this first contest. And Tim, not as big a crowd as I was expecting from Mount Pulaski.
Yeah, I think maybe they didn't realize that they were playing in the 3rd and 4th place game and they got behind on time. I mean, it's also only 6 o'clock, so some people just got off work like 30, 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, they had definitely had a bigger crowd on Saturday. McNabb Putnam, though, their people got here early. And like I said, a couple-hour drive, I think, for those people to get here. And they've got a pretty good crowd, so we'll see what happens with the crowd tonight. We're in Riverton for the 3rd place game here first. It'll be Mount Pulaski and McNabb Putnam County for that 3rd place game. And Tim, I think we'll take a station break on this Great Rivers Banks pregame show.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state of the art. It wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number 1.
I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
Hey, grab me one too.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Back with you on Central Illinois Sports, your official broadcaster of the IESA State basketball, boys, girls, 7th and 8th grade, volleyball, baseball, softball for the IESA. Steve Surratt, Tim Hull, Lisa Surratt on camera down there for us tonight. And we've got third place basketball action with Mount Pulaski and McNabb, Putnam County getting ready to go here in this contest. And Tim, you should be on 2. I'm on 1. And so with that, as we get ready to broadcast tonight for this contest, it'll be quite the ball game here. Both of these teams, hey, guess what? You're one of the teams, whether it's first, second, third, or fourth, to make it this far, Tim. Nothing to be ashamed of and everything to be proud of at this point.
Yeah, and I think every team's goal at the beginning of the season is to win their last game of their season, and these two teams can accomplish that tonight.
Martin will jump center against Rue, and it's controlled by Martin, but it ends up in McNabb territory. They'll put it to the right-hand side. That's Nauman. Nauman back over to Nauman for 3. No good. Rebound is by Judd. She kicks it back out. And another long 3. 2 long 3s in a row by McNabb Putnam, as Heiberger missed her 3 also. Ball be inbounded on the other side. That'll be Bender who will inbound. Waiting. Gets the ball to Martin, and she gets the ball knocked away. That's going to be Heiberger. Nope, knocked away again. We're going to play a little ping pong here. Martin back the other direction for Mount Pulaski. They kick it around the corner. Cowan for 2, no good. Rebound fought for, saved, and knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say that it is McNabb basketball. Kind of a little erratic play here to start, Tim.
Yeah, they're deciding that they want to go back and forth with the turnovers, and that's just not what you want in this kind of game.
Okay, Heiberger gets it across. She feeds it in the corner. Back to Nauman, back to Heiberger. She drives, didn't have any room, lost the basketball, fed in the middle. Martin picks that ball off, nobody there. She'll bring it down the right side. She kicks it over to Bender. Bender cross court over to Cowan. Gives it back to Martin. Tries to get it inside. That's Judd. Ball fought for, our first scrum of the night, and the ball will go toward Mount Pulaski. Both teams kind of struggling to run their offense here. I'm sure there's a little nerves in this state game, Tim.
Yeah, and I think both these teams are a little bit rusty right now. They need to shake off that rust and get back to what got them here.
And the ball tried to get thrown to the corner to Dybert from Martin, and it goes out of bounds. 4:33 left here in the first, and we got no score in this first minute and a half of the ball game. Ball be brought up by Heiberger. She gets to Judd, to Heiberger. Tries to feed in the middle, picked off by Martin. She's going to try to go coast to coast, and foul. And it's going to be called on Rue. That'll be her first foul of the evening. I believe that's who the foul was on. Yep. Ball put up by Dybert. No good, as I think it was partially blocked there. And it'll go back the other direction. Inbounding to be Nauman. Nauman gets it into Judd. Judd to Heiberger. Back to Nauman. Down the sidelines. Kicks it in the middle. That'll be Heiberg. Heiberg gets it down to Gensini. She makes 2 points. That's the first score of the evening as Gensini gets 2 points in this contest. Foul's going to be on 31 on Heiberger. Second team foul, as I put the other foul on the wrong side. Martin, top of the key. Gives it to Vendor, and she automatically got tied up. Jump ball, as Heiberger got in there with her hands to cause a tie-up. It'll be Mount Pulaski basketball. Bender will inbound. Gets it into Martin. Goes to the right side. Now she goes back to the left. That's Cowan. Cowan feeds down to and back out to Martin. Down in the corner. And that ball was fought for. It was meant for Dybert. Didn't get there. Heiberger gets it down to Judd. She spins. I thought she traveled, but I don't have stripes on. Judd dribbles back toward the middle. The sixth grader. Ball taken away as Martin's at the top of that. She's got the dribble. Goes to the basket. No good. And we'll head back the other direction. Heiberger with the basketball, stops her dribble, gives it to Judd. Timeout called. 30-second timeout by McNabb. We'll be back after these messages.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Back with you on Central Illinois Sports, the third place game here in 7th grade 2A IESA basketball. 2-0 score as McNabb Putnam County has the lead. The ball gets inbounded. They give it back to Heiberger. Or get it to her. She drives down the lane on the other side, almost loses it, gives it underneath the basket to Gensini. No good. And we'll head back the other direction with Martin. Nauman on her. They kick it across. Give it to Cowan. And no good. Or she passed that ball, didn't she? Heiberger to Judd. Judd dribbles and stops her dribble. Back to Heiberger. And they're going to call a foul on Kaylee Cowan, the 7th grader. That'll be the first team foul for Mount Pulaski. And again, 2-0, 2:27 left here in the first. Inbound's going to be Nauman. She gets it into the backcourt to Heiberger. Heiberger with the basketball, drives, puts it up, no good. Rebound on the backside. Martin got fouled. Yep, we're going to see 31. That's going to be Heiberger's second foul already. And Tim, that'll be a big problem there if she's got to go on a bench. Cowan, ball thrown, knocked around, batted around, ends up in Martin's hands. How that happened, I don't know. She loses the ball out of bounds. McNabb, Putnam County. But that'll be a big hit to the offense of McNabb if Heiberger's got to go on the bench.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised she's still in with 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Steal by Martin, goes up, no good. A little push there, rebound on the follow-up. That was Dybert. We haven't called her name very much, and a foul's going to be called. Heiberger draws her third, Tim.
And they now have someone at the scores table.
Yeah. First foul shot up and no good by Dybert. She'll get 2. Left-hander shoots, and it's good. That gets them on the scoreboard with 1 point, 2-1. McNabb still with the 1 point lead. Ball inbound. Heiberger. They get it down the sidelines. Heiberger's out of the ball game. And out of bounds is Hopkins, who's in the ball game for Heiberger. Inbound to be Bender. Gets it into Martin. Dybert sitting down in the corner on the right-hand side. She'll shoot from there. Ball barely gets to her. Almost goes out of bounds. They're going to say out of bounds. It's like they run the spread offense, Tim, that Dybert's on one corner, Cowan's on the other. They're just sitting there ready to shoot. Ball almost picked off. Kicked around. Ends up in Martin's hands again. She drives to the lane, loses the basketball. That's going to be Nauman. And that's going to get Martin her first foul. 14 fouls for McNabb. And inbound by Nauman. She gets it in to Rue. Ends up in Judd's hands. She almost travels, no call. Loses ball, gets it back. And they finally try to throw to Hopkins, goes out of bounds, but it was tipped by Cowan. They'll stack it up on the inbound. Nauman inbounds, that'll be Judd. And a foul's going to be called on Dybert. That's going to be her first foul. That'll be the second team foul for Mount Pulaski. Inbound, Nauman. Nauman gets the ball into Rue, back to Nauman, back to Rue. Rue shoots for two, no good. Back the other way is Martin. Out front. Dybert, Cowan, Dybert, Bender, Dybert. Content here, I think, Tim, to let the clock run here and take one shot. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Titus. Reagan Titus, the 7th grader, with that foul. The inbound. Dybert gets it into Judd, off of the hand, and they're going to call another foul on Dybert.
And that'll put McNabb in the bonus now.
Shooting two now, as they'll head to the other end to shoot 2 fouls. That'll put Judd to the line to shoot 2 here with just seconds left here in the first quarter. 52.4. Judd, no good. Next shot by Judd. It's up, no good. Rebound Martin. Down below 50 seconds. The ball gets loose. Back the other direction. That's going to be Hopkins. Hopkins tries to feed in the middle to Gensini, and Martin ends up with the basketball. She goes in, and that's going to be a foul on Annie Judd. That's going to be her first foul of the ball game with 36.9 seconds.
And that'll put Mount Pulaski to the free throw line, too.
All this with less than a minute left here in the first quarter. First 2 shots from Martin from the free throw line. Up and no good. Next shot by Martin is no good. Rebound Rue. Rue tries to get it to Judge, and Martin takes it away. Jump ball, and it'll be McNabb ball. Nominal inbound to Judge, just down to 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's a 2-1 ball game. It's a barn burner, folks. Judd down to the far side, a lot of turnovers, and there goes another one as Cowan ends up with the ball. They get it around, get it to Martin. She's going to push the ball up. Dybert sets up in the corner, give and go to Martin. Last second shot, and a foul called as she misses that 2-point shot. 11. 23, that'll be on Rue. That'll be her second foul of the ball game in the first quarter.
Yeah, and the thing with McNabb is they're not very deep on the bench. And they already have Heiberger in foul trouble, and they don't want Rue to get another one, so we'll see what they do here.
Martin makes her first free throw, the second point for them. Next free throw is also good as she makes both of those. Just down to 7 seconds. Judd gets it across the line, right-hand side. Looks to hand the ball off. That's Gensini for 2 points, and that's what we saw out of her the other night. With 1 quarter down, it's McNabb 4 and Mount Pulaski 3. We'll be back after these messages.
Are you short on time or budget but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield. Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005, or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Back with you on Central Illinois Sports. We head to the second quarter. It's McNabb Putnam County 4 and Mount Pulaski 2. His shot up is no good as that shot was short by Cowan. Or Dibert, excuse me. Dibert made that shot. Judd brings the ball up for McNabb. Gives it to Nauman. Back to Judd. Nice pick by Nauman. Judd stops her dribble, is tied up. Jump ball, it's still going to be McNabb basketball. Nice job by Bender to reach in as Judd stopped her dribble. Nauman throws it deep, intended for Judd. Martin gets it. She's going to go to the basket, off the glass, and good. As that makes it 4 points. And gives him the lead for the first time, 5-4. Judd with the basketball, right-hand side. Drives, kicks it, it's knocked away. They're going to get it, and timeout called. McNabb Putnam, he'll take a 30-second timeout. 5:13 left here in the second, 5-4, Mount Pulaski.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Back with you on Central Illinois Sports, your official broadcaster of the IESA State Tournament action. We'll have 7th grade for you tonight. Saturday, we'll be in the town of Havana for 8th grade state girls basketball. Judd, they want a double dribble call, but I'm not sure about that. Judd gets in the corner, tries to get it to Nauman. She gets it down to Gensini. Gensini on the backside to Hopkins. No good on the two-pointer. And back the other way, that's going to be Martin. Martin drives to the bucket, and she scores. So she'll get the old-fashioned three-pointer, Tim, with the and one. And when she gets the ball, her idea is she's going to the bucket, isn't it?
Yeah, and as soon as she gets the ball, you might want to watch out because she might run over you in the way there.
Nauman, her first foul. That'll put Martin to the line for her 5th free throw. She's 2 for 4. Make her 3 for 5. As we head back, Hopkins to Judd. Judd with the basketball, gives to Nauman. Back to Judd. And we've seen Heiberger sitting on the bench since midway through the first quarter, and Tim, it's made a difference in this McNabb Putnam County team.
Yeah, I feel like their offense is a lot slower whenever they don't have her out there to handle the ball for them.
Judd trying to decide. She's got a big mismatch there as they've got Martin on her causing havoc with the 6th grader. That's Rue for 2, no good. Rebound Judd. They get it back and stolen away by Martin, and then she is fouled. And who's going to get the foul? 30 with the foul. That's going to be Nauman's second foul. You've got Rue with 2 fouls, Nauman with 2 fouls, Heiberger on the bench with 3 fouls, Judd with 1. On the other side, the only person with 2 fouls is Dybert. Dybert with the basketball, gives it to Bender. Back to Dybert. Gets it down to Martin. She drives baseline on Rue and back door to Cowan. Shot was up and no good, and another foul going to be called as Martin ended up on the ground. That's Rue. That's going to be her 3rd foul, and Tim, we've still got 3 minutes and 55 seconds here in the second quarter. And Martin hot from the free throw line as she makes the first one. Next shot up and good also as she's gone 5 for 7 from the free throw line. Get it, Judd gets it across. Again, that mismatch with Martin up at the top has really caused havoc. She goes down the sideline, gets in the corner. That usually gets her in trouble. And gets it to Gensini. And 3-second violation on Rue. And Rue threw the basketball, and the official is going to tell her, you can't do that. That was out of frustration. Bender will inbound. She'll get into Dybert. Dybert hands it over to Martin at the free throw line. Dribbles out front, goes around to the corner, kicks it to the corner, and out of bounds as it went off of Bender's hands. We're down to 3:17 here in the second quarter with Mount Pulaski leading 10-4. And it was until that foul on Heiberger, it was a 4-3 ball game. Nauman, she feeds down low to Gensini. She turns, shoots, no good. Travel called. We're headed back the other direction. Martin brings the ball down. Right side to Bender. Bender feeds in the middle. That'll be, let's see, Olsen in the ball game now. And Martin for 2, no good. Follow up, Cowan, no good. Rebound, jump ball. And it'll be Mount Pulaski basketball.
I think the problem with Rue is she holds it at her belly button whenever she's trying to get a rebound. She's the tallest person on the court. She just needs to hold her over her head.
And that's Dybert for 2, no good. And the rebound was Olsen, tie up, and it's on the other side. I agree, Tim. Tall people don't realize you bring it down, the shortest person on the floor can get the basketball. You need to play tall if you are tall. I totally agree with that statement. Judd, Nauman, Judd. Nauman, she traveled. Judd. Seen a lot of travels not called. Nauman drives baseline, no shot there. She traveled that time. Jump ball. No, they said they blocked it. Jump ball. Goes Mount Pulaski direction. Titus is going to check back in for Olsen.
I'm kind of surprised McNabb hasn't subbed out Rue yet because she plays in the bottom of the zone where she'll get more chances to like see the ball coming towards her, and if she gets another foul, you can't play her like at all in the second half.
Give and go in the corner. That's Cowan for 3, and she nails the 3 for her first points on the board. Makes it a 13-4 ball game. Mount Pulaski. Judd back up on the top. Down in the corner, that's Hopkins. She drives, she throws it up. No good, rebound. Bender. They'll get it to Martin. Now Pulaski in control of this again since Heiberger went out of this ball game with 3 fouls in the first. Down in the corner, Dybert. She'll shoot the three. I guarantee it. In and out, no good. Rebound was Titus, and she got knocked to the floor.
Rue could have gotten her 4th foul right there because she kind of swatted down on that shot. She could have got it, and that would have looked real bad on the McNabb coach's part.
Yeah,
there.
and then we'd have a game that's totally out of hand at that point. Judd, Hopkins. Yeah, you've got 2 6th graders in this ball game right now. And Martin ends up with the basketball with 57 seconds off the glass and good. And she scores again. 9 points for her in the first half. Judd feeds it down. Bender intercepts that pass. Back the other way. That's Martin. Cross court. Dybert kicks it in. That's Cowan. Off the glass. No good. Rebound. Nauman gets it out to Hopkins. Hopkins is going to get tied up by Cowan. Tim again. We had $1 for every tie-up and every travel. We'd be rich people. Nauman will inbound. They get it in to Hopkins. She loses the basketball, picks it back up. Gets it down to Gensini, goes right through her hands out of bounds. And I think that's the key. I think they've got to get the ball to her down in that post area if they're going to do anything. And I don't think you can do it by dribbling to the corner. Martin with the basketball, gives it right side to Bender. Bender back to Martin. Martin left side to Cowan. Cowan tries to feed it down low to Titus. Ball taken away, and Cowan ties up Gensini. Another substitution. Robleski coming into the ball game. She'll take over for Hopkins. Robleski, the 7th grader. Martin. And Nauman's going to be called for a foul on the floor. Yeah, that is her 3rd foul. I believe in giving it all you got, but you got to be, when the officials are calling close fouls, you got to change your game. So that puts Nauman and Heiberger on the bench, and they leave Rue in the ball game. Last second shot, no good. That brings us to halftime. Halftime brought to you by Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Quincy is the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their staff is committed to making their car buying process simple and making sure that customers' needs are satisfied. Learn more at littlejessmotor.com or stop by and see them at 3431 Main Street in Quincy. We'll be back with stats after this.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Back with you with the Little Jess Dodge Jeep Ram Chrysler halftime show. They're in Quincy, Illinois at 3431 Main Street in Quincy. Stop by and check them out when you're getting ready to buy your next vehicle. Stats look like this. If you look at it, McNabb Putnam scored 4 points in the first quarter and didn't score a single point. Why did that happen? We'll talk about that in a moment. They're 0 for 2 from the free throw line, 2 for 9 from 2-point range, and 0 for 2 from 3-point land. On the other side, it's Mount Pulaski, all Mount Pulaski, as they scored 12 points to that none. So a 12-point run by McNabb since they took over the lead. And so scoring looks like this. Cowan with 3 points, and I should say Gensini's got the only 4 points for the other team. Cowan with 3, Dybert with 1 free throw, Martin with 11 points in the first half. And so that makes up their 15. 6 for 9 from the free throw line, which is really good. We've seen bad free throw shooting in this tournament, and they're 6 for 9, doing a really good job there. 3 for 16 from 2-point land. Shot a lot of 2-pointers, and they shot 2 3-pointers and made 1 of them. And so that is our halftime score, 15-4, Mount Pulaski over McNabb, Putnam County. And so, Tim, with that, let's talk about the keys to the second half. This is going to be a tough ball game for McNabb to come back in with 3 people with 3 fouls. You've got Rue, Nauman, and Heiberger. Heiberger set for most of that first half, about midway through the first on. Nauman set, I'm going to say, half of the second quarter. And they kept Rue in there, and she was able to stay out of foul trouble. But what do you see in the second half for them to get back into it?
Well, obviously stay out of foul trouble with those 3. And I think just making their offense run quicker and not having the only way they can get scores is going to the corner and trying to pass it into the bottom. They need to find those open shots that are in like the middle of the Mount Pulaski zone and get those open shots and, you know, just hit them a couple times.
I think, yeah, you're right. Getting Gensini involved, but they've got into problems. Every time somebody goes to that corner, hey, guess what? Hands go up, and they have no place to go with the ball, and the small guards are having problems. I think the reason why this game the way it is, I think even if these guys weren't out in foul trouble, I think Martin out on that point and that mismatch with that 6th grader, Judd, is the big difference in this ball game right now, and I think Mount Pulaski would still have the lead just because of that mismatch.
Yeah, and I think just having Martin on the top of any kind of zone is pretty good because she's like a ball hawk basically, because she'll go find the ball and she'll take it to the other side of the court and go score a couple of points for you.
Well, how many times did we see a ball tip? She wasn't even involved in the tip, and she ends up with the basketball. She's like this ball magnet that the ball just naturally finds. Teams are coming back on. You're listening to the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram halftime show. They're in Quincy at 3431 Main Street there in Quincy. We're going to take a station break. We'll be back with the third quarter after these messages.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Stottsy Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stottsy Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stottsy Automotive and Tire.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
GSI Grain Bins, maximize your profitability. From the initial site to developing your custom grain storage plan to the completion of the project. Mixer Lumber Company, we will be with you every step of the way. Mixer Lumber Company, your trusted GSI Grain Bin dealer.
Welcome back to Central Illinois Sports, your official broadcaster of the IESA. I noticed we got a radio broadcaster from up in the Carthage, Peoria area. I guess he would be here covering McNabb, Putnam County. We see him in a lot of different spots up in that area. Inbound, McNabb has the ball. That'll be Judd. She kicks it back over to Nauman. We've got everybody back in the ball game, so we're going to see how this goes. Judd with the basketball. With, as we said, Martin. Martin knocks the ball away. That ends up in Cowan's hands. She's going to try to go coast to coast. Off the glass, no good. Martin with the rebound puts it back up. No good. And she goes to the floor. And I think 33. Gensini, her first foul. She's stayed out of foul trouble. Back to the line is Martin. And she misses the first one of the two. She had been 5 for 7. Now she's 5 for 8. The shot up and no good. A rebound. That'll be Heiberger. Heiberger gives it to Nauman. Nauman gets it down, gives it to Judd. Judd dribbles into the lane, kicks it in to Gensini. No good. Rebound, Martin back the other direction. Drives, shoots, no good. Gets her own rebound. Kicks back over to Bender. Bender skip past to Cowan for 2, no good. And Tim, I think Mount Pulaski is being too aggressive with an 11-point lead.
Yeah.
As far as taking their shots, they need to move the ball a lot more when they come down the floor.
I think they need to just drain some clock, because with this 11-point lead, I mean, it can go in an instant, but it'll take 4 possessions to get that.
Heiberger almost lost that ball. There's Jude for 2, no good. Rebound. That was Rue on the floor, and it ends up in Dybert's hands. Martin now taking her time, bringing the ball across. Make somebody come out and get you. Take some air out of that ball. Throws over, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover, Mount Pulaski. How much money do you think we'd have if we kept track of turnovers?
A lot.
Oh, threw the ball away right into Martin's hands. What did I say about her being a ball magnet? Backside to Dybert. She traveled, no call. Martin with the follow-up, and she's going to get a foul. And that'll send her to the line for the 3rd and 4th time. And that's going to be on Nyberger, her 4th foul. I don't think you can take her out at this point. Martin makes the first one.
You're down by 11, and you're down by 12 now. You're trying to make a comeback. You got to have your best player in.
I bet they're going to pull her. Yep. Pulaski comes back into the ball game. And Heiberger's going to have a seat. Martin getting ready for her second. And it's good. That'll bring the basketball up. It's a 17-4 ball game, stolen by Martin, or I should say by Bender. Gives it to Martin. She shoots one, misses the second one, and she's going to go to the line, and that's going to be 4 fouls on Rue. What was our key to the second half?
Stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, I don't think that's working. She'll go to the line for 2 more. She misses the first one. Timeout called by McNabb Putnam. And we'll be back after these messages. 17-4, Mount Pulaski.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Back with the third place action, 7th grade 2A on Central Illinois Sports, your source for IESA state tournament action. Martin to the line to shoot 2. Second one is up, and she made the second one. Nauman. She took it to the sidelines, and Martin just grabs the ball as she's looking for somebody to throw to. And it'll be Mount Pulaski basketball. 4:06 left here in the third. 18-4. Mount Pulaski with a 14-point lead. And McNabb has not scored since the first quarter. Both of those points, 4 points, by Gensini. And the ball gets knocked away from Martin. And it'll be... And here's where I'll stop. The Mount Pulaski coach is saying it went off, and he's wanting to argue with the officials. You got a big lead here. I'm sorry. Bender intercepts that pass. They get it over. That's Dybert. She goes to in, no good. And that'll be a tie-up. It'll head the other direction. Sit back, enjoy your ball game. Enjoy the fact that you're going to get a third place here. Inbound, Judd. She goes to the sidelines and she runs into Bender, loses the basketball. Martin ends up with it, of course. Shoots, misses, rebound, Rue. Judd will push the ball back up the other direction. Drives, stops, kicks it in the middle to Rue. Rue kicks over to Nauman. Nauman for two, no good. Rebound on the backside. That's Bender. She turns and gets the ball to Martin. Nice job. Drives to the lane, no good. Rebound is Gensini. She dribbles the basketball, throws it away. .312 left here in the third, 18-4. And that'll be Dybert for two, no good. Rebound, Gensini. She'll get it to Nauman, and they'll hand the ball off to Judd, and she'll drive over to the side. And there is Bender's doing a great job. All she's doing is knowing, hey, you're coming toward me. I'm putting my hands up and standing still, and she hit a brick wall.
Yeah, she noticed that she's quite a bit bigger than Judd is, and that she really doesn't have to do much to be able to stop her.
Yeah, Judd's going to come out. She's hurting a little bit. Hopkins is going to check back into the ball game. I mean, she's ran into Bender twice. Martin, Dybert, Cowan in the corner. She'll put up the three. No good. Rebound Bender. Tries to bounce pass to Martin. That's not going to work. And jump ball. It's going to go back this way. There's so many jump balls, I can keep track of which way the arrow's going without even knowing, Tim. Bender inbounds, throws it out front, and it's knocked away, and that's going to be Robleski. And they're going to call a foul, I believe, on 22, Dybert. That'll be her third foul. She's the only one with 3 fouls. Rest of everybody else only has 1. Inbound to Robleski. She gets it back to Nauman. Nauman gives it over to Rue. Back to Nauman. She's in the corner, tied up, jump ball. Headed back this way. Jump ball again, Mount Pulaski. Inbound, Dybert, or I should say no, it's Dybert to Cowan, back to Dybert. She drives in, shoots a looper, no good. Bender rebound, turns, shoots, 2 points. Titus, 2 points. That's her first points of the ball game. Nauman tries to force her way, and then Bender this time is going to get a block. That's her first foul. Inbound. Gets it into Hopkins. Back over to Nauman. Nauman will bring it across the line. Tries to throw it down. Knocked. Who ends up with it? Martin. He's going to go to the bucket, and a foul on the floor. It's going to be Robleski. He's going to get her first foul of the contest. 4th foul on McNabb, Putnam County. Inbound Bender. And nice knockout by Hopkins. Nice hustle. Inbound to be by Bender again. Hopkins on her. They throw it the foul line to Cowan. She dribbles. Back to Martin. Martin drives, goes up for the shot. No good. It'll be McNabb, Putnam County ball. The minute and 40 seconds left. A minute and 40 seconds. They're putting Heiberger back in the ball game with third quarter just about over with. 5 points scored in this quarter is all. Nauman drives down, tries to get in the middle to Gensini. Martin steals the ball, goes up for the shot, and in and good. A 7-point run in this quarter. Well, actually, a 19-point run. Martin shoots, no good. Martin shoots the second time, puts it in, make it a 21-point run, Tim, for Mount Pulaski. Nauman brings up the basketball and almost knocks it off her leg, throws it. Bender gets it to Martin. Martin's going to go in for the layup and 2 points. Yeah. A comment that you couldn't hear. Yep. Bender and that'll be Dibert. No good. Rebound. Who? Martin. No good. Rebound Martin again. No good. Rebound Rue. In comes back in Heiberger, coming back in the ball game. Also Rhodes coming into the ball game. Now Tim at this point with a 22-point lead. We're almost done with this quarter. We should be seeing the press by Mount Pulaski taking off, but it didn't look like that's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe they're saying it's all or nothing at this point.
I can see if McNabb puts on the press. Heiberger gets it down to Gensini. She gets it down to Hopkins. No good. Back up by Rue. No good. Martin with the rebound. Martin. Oh! Gensini lays Martin out on the floor. I think she tripped. 33, and they're going to call an intentional foul on that, Tim. Gensini's second foul. And so Martin will go to shoot 2.
Will she get 4 because they're in the bonus?
I don't know. I've got to find a new place to write her. Let's see what happens here. We're going to put 2 down for sure. They get the ball back. First shot is up and good. What did we say about getting to 30?
30 points spread between the two teams at the fourth quarter is a running clock.
Yeah. And she makes the next one. They'll get the ball back. 6 more points and maybe that's what they're trying to do, is get that running clock for the fourth quarter to make sure this one is totally put to bed. I don't know. Inbound. Martin inbounds, gets the ball back, and then a foul's going to be called, and there she goes. Let's see who they call it on. 31. Heiberger. Kenna Heiberger, the 7th grader, is going to have a seat with 5 fouls with 3.2 seconds left here in the third quarter. Judd's going to report back in for her. Martin to the line. 4-2. She makes it. Next one up and good. 30-4. 27-point run. And that's the end of 3 quarters of action. Mount Pulaski 30. McNabb, Putnam County 4. We'll be back.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777. Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Cranberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Back with you on Central Illinois Sports. IESA 7th grade 2A action here. Third place game. Mount Pulaski, McNabb, Putnam County. And it's a 30-4 ball game. And we were talking during the timeout here. I think Mount Pulaski's trying to get to the 30-point mark to get a running clock. Three-pointer was no good. And they throw the ball away as Bender threw the ball away.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with the Mount Pulaski game plan here, but I'd take them out. I mean, you don't want people to think that you're just don't have any sportsmanship in this kind of game.
Into Ruth, she throws it off the backboard, no good. Rebound Hopkins. She tries to get it out to Nauman, back to Judd. Judd drives in the corner. She's going to drive baseline. Throws it in the middle to Gensini. And a foul going to be called. And Gensini will go to the line for 2. And that foul's going to go on Rhodes for Mount Pulaski. Gensini will go to the line for 2. And the first one is up and good. First point since the first quarter. And she's got all 5 of their points. Next one is up, no good. Rebound Martin, and Gensini hit her pretty hard again. Her third foul. Martin gets it, gives it over 2. That's Dybert, shoots the 2, no good. And a rebound, tie up between, I gotta look, Rhodes and Judd. And it's Mount Pulaski. Nope, the arrow's going the other way. Nope, they're shooting. No. Okay, I'm confused, Tim. The arrow is pointing the other way. Judd drives down, Martin still on the point. Gets it in the middle, Gensini, she shoots, no good. Rebound Martin, ball loose, then get it back to Martin. 4:56 left here in the fourth, 30-5. And reach in by Nauman. 4 fouls for her. Madison Stoll, a 6th grader, coming in the ball game. Also, Cowan back into the ball game. Yeah. Martin still in the ball game. They get it into Martin. Going to give it to Cowan. And it's going to be a foul. And that's going to be all for Cami Nauman. Her 5th foul. That's going to bring in Millie Harris, a 7th grader. Cowan inbounds, overthrows the ball, ends up in Gensini's hands. She's got the dribble and she carried the ball, but hey, they're not going to call it in a 25-point ball game. There's people mad about that. I heard somebody beat on the bleacher. Guess what, folks? It's a stinking 25-point ball game.
Yeah, I don't know why you're complaining about this. I mean, the game's basically over. There'd have to be a lot to happen for the game to go the other way, but you can't be complaining about calls that really don't matter towards the end result.
No. Let's see. She shot the first one. She did not make it, right?
No, she hadn't shot yet.
She hadn't shot, okay. Her shot is up and good. Next shot misses everything. .437, 30-6, inbound to Martin. Judd on her. Gives it down, that's Stoll. Shoots, no good, shoots, no good. Martin for three, no good. Rebound Cowan. She makes the two-pointer. She's got 5 points on the night. Judd, right side. That'll be, I've got to look at Lynn-Kitis. And a turnover. Swayze Titus, the sixth grader, in for Mount Pulaski. Martin. Stoll, no good. That'll be Lynn-Kitis. Ball, or I should say Jed, the ball goes away. Back the other way. Here comes Martin, 32-6. Stoll for two. Has her first tournament points. Making it 34-6 ball game. Kitis gets it in to Gensini. Yep. Turn and the shot by Reagan Titus, no good. Timeout, Martin finally comes out of the ball game. Got to bring the ball up. Kicks it out. Lynn-Kitis, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover. Well, the post game for you when this is done. Blessing Health Systems is the sponsor of the post game show. So, no good on the three by and double dribble. Game's about done. And that'll be Gensini, nope, that's Rue in the ball game, no good. Finally kicked the ball back. That'll be Harris, shoots, no good. And Rue with the rebound. And the foul. We're trying to foul was on, I believe, Stoll. Who made that? Okay. And a foul going to be called on one, Lynn-Kitis. That'll be her first foul. They'll get it in. That'll be Stoll. Stoll shoots two. No good. A rebound, Rue. Tie up, or are they going to call foul? Tie up. Down to 2:01. Divert gets it in. That's Stoll. She gets down into the corner. That'll be Titus. Swayze, she'll shoot a long two. No good. Rebound fought for on the ground. Jump ball. And it'll be McNabb, Putnam County. Ball be brought up by Judd. She loses the basketball. It's on the floor, tied up. Goes back the other direction. Bunch of substitutions for Mount Pulaski. Let's see, 35, Harper McCormick, a fifth grader, gets in the ball game for Mount Pulaski. And also Megan Stone, she loses the basketball. Judd's going to take it back the other direction, down to 1 minute and 30 left here. Judd pulls out, shot, left-handed shot from the outside. That was Linkaitis. Ball fought for, ends up in Robleski's hand. She can't make it, and then Harris shoots, no good. Back the other direction. Divert, or I should say, yeah, she's still in the ball game. Judd with the rebound. She'll try to go coast to coast off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound. Got a player in Linkaitis down here hurting. Trainer gonna run over and see. All right, Tim, let's take a station break with a minute left. 34-10, Mount Pulaski with the lead.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
Into Rue off the glass, 2 points, making it 34-12. .35 is Harper McCormick, the fifth grader, with her first foul. Inbound goes through Rue's hands. Divert with the basketball. She's going to go down to the left-hand side. Robleski there to try to stop her. She drives in. No good. The rebound ends up in Rue's hands. It'll be Robleski coming back the other direction. Gives it to Rue out front. That's Judd. Judd dribbles to the right-hand side, loses the basketball, turns the ball over. We're down to 23.4 seconds. Post-game brought to you by Blessing Health System, has locations throughout the region to meet the healthcare needs of your family from walk-in to primary care, specialty care, emergency medicine. Blessing Health Systems is there to serve you. Learn more at blessinghealth.org. Down to 12 seconds. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be McNabb Putnam. Back, Judd with the basketball, throws into Rue, off the glass and good. 5 points in the fourth quarter for her. That's going to be the end of the contest. We'll take a station break. 34-14, 34-14. As Mount Pulaski wins, we'll be back.
Damon Plumbing, Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
Once or twice a year, I might get the cold or a flu, and my wife calls it the man flu. So you know what that is.
Yeah. What do I love about our team? We have a good chemistry. We all work together.
I mean, come on. I've got the best job in the world. Sometimes they say, oh, I like to do handstands.
Yeah, I taught Brian how to do the handstand. That's all right.
And every day, I mean, it's a fun day.
Yeah, it definitely makes me proud to be here.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Back with you on Central Illinois Sports, the IESA official broadcaster of the state championship boys, girls basketball, 7th and 8th grade, volleyball, baseball, and softball. Your end of the game stats look like this, brought to you by Blessing Health Systems. For McNabb Putnam County, they scored 14 in the ball game, 2 by Lynn Kitis as she came in the fourth quarter for 2, 5 by Rue, and then 7 by McClay Gensini. They were actually, let's see, I'm flip my sheets around. Okay. 2 for 6 from the free throw line, 6 for 24 from 2-point land, 0 for 2 from 3-point land. For the third place, Mount Pulaski Bears, it looks like this, scoring Madison Stoll, the 6th grader, with 2. Kaylee Cowan with 5. 1 for Addison Debert. 24 for Ella Martin. And Reagan Titus, 2 points in the ballgame for their 34. 13 for 21 at the free throw line. 9 for 49 from 2-point land. 1 for 6 from 3-point land. And Tim, player of the ballgame is brought to you by...
The player of the game is sponsored by Derek Harris and Edward Jones. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, parents, teachers, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports.
All right, player of the ball game is going to go to Ella Martin with 24 points tonight. She had a great tournament. I would say for them, probably the player of the tournament for that side of the bracket and in this game based on the two teams' performance. Congratulations to the fourth place team, McNabb, Putnam County. Fourth place in the state, guys. Don't hang your head low. This is your 7th grade year, so let's see what you can do for your 8th grade year. And so with that, Tim, do we need to do anything else? Do we need to do the trophy presentation or anything, or do we need to cut to the next?
I think we can just end it right here.
All right, with that, this has been a Central Illinois Sports broadcast. Thank you for watching and listening.